After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 290. It is January 8th, Monday, January 28th. That's not right.
No, not at all.
That's not Don't pull the string.
No.
It is Monday, January 8th, 2018, episode 290, as we are in the Woman Cave recording. It's very cold.
Sorry, allergies.
It's got freezing rain outside, schools are closed, and everything has been canceled, so here we are.
I mean, we've been here anyway.
I hope you're staying warm and safe if you're in areas where there is bad weather. Cappy had said that she and her mother, she was getting ready to take her mother to the airport, I guess, but she was saying that they were watching the weather service and Front Royal was on the news. So I guess we've had weather or something. I haven't noticed. But anyway, okay. I am Marlecia, also known as Lady Fernco.
And I'm Tally, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
And we want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. Mm-hmm. If you are new, we're glad to have you with us. We hope you find something that you like that will keep you coming back. If you are returning, we're glad to have you back as always. Mm-hmm. If you are in the shadows, new or returning, please feel free to subscribe on YouTube. That little button on your left.
And ring the bell if you
And ring the bell. We had somebody ring the bell. Yay! And then if you are not on the Ravelry group, please do get involved with the Ravelry group. That way you'll be able to take part in the along. Well, you can always take part in the alongs, but you won't be eligible if you're not in the Ravelry group.
I partially don't get why they have a subscribe button plus a ring the bell. Because it kind of feels redundant.
I don't know. There must be a reason.
I mean, I'm sure there is. Mm-hmm. But it feels a bit redundant.
Anyway, if you aren't in the group, the Ravelry group, please consider that. If you are undecided or you'd like to, just please join us. We'd love to meet you. Mm-hmm. We'd love to have you be eligible for the prizes for the alongs. We have some neat alongs going on, some good prizes. So, and we have a lot of fun. There's a lot of activity there. I do not have my owl mug today because I'm freezing and I wanted more tea. So I don't have an owl mug. It's my chai tea. Mm-hmm.
And I tend to go through periods where I'll use the same mug over and over again now.
Yeah.
It's my...
You're gonna spill.
I'm not. Dysautonomia awareness mug. I don't know why they always have the picture on the inside.
Because everybody's meant to be left-handed when they drink.
This is Plum Deluxe Royale Purple Tea. I had a choice of a couple different caffeinated teas. I was like, I could open one I haven't had before for Plum Deluxe. Or I can go for a comfort tea. So, for my comfort tea instead.
She missed out on the possibility of having a new comfort tea.
Well, I can have it another time. This is a bold, exotic, and healing shade of purple.
She's ignoring me.
Yes.
Rude child.
It's Kenyan purple tea, malva flowers, safflower, love, gratitude, has caffeine. And this is the one that you add lemon or citrus to bring out the purple color. So let's see. Without it just looks kind of brown like most teas. I have a canker sore, so it doesn't really help my enjoyment of any beverage right now. It's good tea.
It smells good.
It is good.
So you can see it when I have it. Because I share. It's good, but it's not my favorite.
I like the boldness of it.
I don't think it's bold. I think it's mild.
Really?
Yeah. I like
It's got
it.
kind of like a... Hold on.
I like it.
It's like an earthiness to it that I like.
Maybe I didn't get enough to taste that, but I like that other one much better.
Oh, I know, you like the one with the lime and
The coconut.
it has no coconut. It's happy hour.
Okay. Before
This one gets stronger with each steeping. Sorry, go on.
before we go into the podcast itself, the main part of the podcast, I want to thank everybody who has sent their addresses and what they've won. We appreciate that. We do need to hear from a few people, and I realize this is a short week, but I just want to make sure that these people realize that we need to hear from them. We need to hear from Valeria. You won the
Valeria.
you won the Yarn and I stitch markers, the elephant set. So please, Valeria, get in contact, get in touch with me as soon as you hear this, and let me know what you won and your full address, please. Yes, I know I have it, but you know I want it. The Sock Bunny yarn goes to Allison.
Allison.
Allison Roseboom. We need to have your name, your address, and the fact that you won the Sock Bunny yarn, okay? And then Maureen, Victorian Studio.
Maureen.
Shame on you. So this is the PHN 1-year anniversary colorway, Maureen, okay? So please, names and addresses and what you won, get them to me, okay?
Come on, y'all have been part of this long enough.
Yeah, all of these people are veterans. Come on, guys. Don't make me poke you. Okay.
I think you just did.
I think I did. Okay. In other groups, we had the Harry Potter Cal going on in Maureen's Victorian Studio podcast group, and that is the second year. They started up for the 2018, and it looks like it's going to be fun. I've already posted in there with my Aurora the Owl. It's not finished yet, but it's there. And as always, Maureen's fun to be with. So just, if you're doing that, check out that thread. It's a lot of fun, and you have a chance to win prizes. And if they work in other threads, we're more than happy to accept double dipping, and I'm sure she is as well. You just ask her, and ask whoever you're dealing with. There are a couple of other alongs going on. I think Heidi Undead Yarn is doing some kind of a shorty sock along. I know I sent her a suggestion pattern that I found. I don't do socks right now, but it was really cute, and I think it was actually free because I found it in Packing Knit's enabling thread. So I tagged Heidi Undead Yarn, so she put that up for people who are looking for sock patterns. I don't know how long it goes. You have to go look at the thread in the Undead Yarn group. And then, of course, the Bakery Bears has the knit that skein, or you won't knit that skein. I forget what it is. It's about the special skein that you got it because you love it, but it's just too special to make into anything, so it just sits there.
And we all have that skein.
We all have that skein. So they're having that cal, okay? And I have to get more information on these. I'm just remembering off the top of my head.
Yeah, she only has one of them written down.
Yeah. All right, so our current cal, do you have anything to say about anything else?
Tea.
Oh, baby hats.
We still accept
We
them.
still accept them. It's very cold. If you want to send them to us, that's fine. If you want to send them to whoever, your local place or whatever, that's fine too. We just want to keep the babies warm, their heads, their little baby bodies with blankets or whatever it is you want to do, okay? And that's all I'm going to say about that. Now, because we're not trying to strong arm you into donating.
Oh my
stuff.
gosh, I feel, pushed.
Well, you should feel more pushed because you're not doing enough. Okay. The current alongs in our group. Okay, we have the PHN Tea and Tails year-long Cal. That's for 2018, and I thought it was going to get off to a slow start, but it's going well now.
Yeah.
And I love.
Well, I think people had to start. It's a bit of an unusual one because you had to sit there and think about how to make things apply.
And I'm so impressed by all the different patterns that are available, and I will talk about that in just a minute. I actually pulled in a designer to be a featured designer.
Did you contact her too?
I did. I haven't heard back from her, but it seems like she's a very busy person.
Oh, I'm sure she is.
Because she does designing and writing and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, B-Wing probably knows who I mean. I think Stephanie knows who I mean. But anyway, this Cal, the PHN Tea and Tails Cal 2018 goes for the entire year. So it started January 1st and it goes until December 31st, midnight going into the next year. Okay? and it has to, it's like we said, it has to deal with tea and or tails. Okay, so if you can make a case for the project being related to it, well, related is not the word I'm looking for some reason I'm getting a real brain drain.
Brain fart.
I don't like to use that word. Anyway, if you can find a way to relate the pattern to tea and tails, or tea or tails, or whatever it is,
Yes.
in any way, the name of the pattern, the name of the yarn, the name of the project, whatever it is you do to make it related
Relatable.
to that, short story, novel, novelette, novella, graphic novel, that's fine. Okay. It must be, the projects must be loom knit, or crocheted. Previous WIPs will be allowed as long as they are worked in the time period. Okay. Chatter and pictures are all on the same thread. I already said how they must be tied to the stories. 1 WIP per project per week as usual. And that means, I saw on the thread, somebody did answer it, but just in case there are other people who are unsure, 1 WIP per project per week means for each project that you work on that week, they can each have a separate
WIP picture.
WIP picture. Only 1 per week per each project. The FO can be whenever it's done. So you might have worked on the WIP and posted a picture on Monday, and on Saturday or even on Wednesday finished it.
Yeah.
The FO can go in that.
Yeah, we're so used to saying this because we've been saying it for about 5 years that we forget that newer people might not. We used to explain it a lot more when we first got started.
I think it was Brittany who explained it, so we really appreciate that.
Yeah,
thank you very much. So 1 WIP per project per week. The FO whenever it's finished. As always, any Franciscan Gypsy Design FO or any FO that uses my Lady Fernico Creations yarn will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the FO only, okay? If you marry, so to speak, one of Talia's patterns and one of my yarns, and it's related to the tea and tails as it's supposed to be, then you get 3 chances at a prize for the FO. Now, we also are featuring patterns. These are knitted patterns. Talia's are crocheted. Knitted patterns by Joanna Johnson. Okay, she has all sorts of patterns related to all kinds of different stories. She has Anne of Green Gables, Sherlock Holmes, Emma, I think it is, Jane Eyre, Little House on the Prairie. She all kinds of stuff.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. She's really amazing. I did drop her a line, but like I said, she's a very busy individual, so I don't know if I'll hear back from her. But in any event, we are featuring her patterns, so you might want to check it out. She has ebooks and singular patterns, and we've been doing some researching. There are plenty of things on the
First of all,
Tolkien.
to jump back at her before you go on, most of her patterns are related in some way or shape or form to a book, and not just books that you are familiar with, like Jane Austen. And she writes children's books. And
Brittany was familiar with those.
She does the patterns for the children's
and they're
books.
cute. They're so cute.
They
some
are.
are toys, some are little outfit. It's just cute. You had to check out her patterns. Her name is Joanna Joanna Johnson.
So yes, I just wanted to make sure you knew when you see some of the patterns, you might be like, well, that's not related to anything. Well, yes, it is. She has books out there on Amazon.
But she does say that if you look at the blurb. Now, there are a few, there are not many, but there are a couple that are not related to tea or tails. So I have to be careful that unless you're using a yarn that's tea or tail related, if you do that pattern, it will not be accepted because it's not related to anything.
Yeah.
But for the most part, she's got a lot, it's story related.
Yeah, like 90% of her patterns.
Yeah. She has Winnie the Pooh, all kinds of stuff. So, okay. All right.
Now you're talking about the other, there's a bunch of...
Right, there's a bunch of Lord of the Rings things out there, The Hobbit, there's Sherlock Holmes. I just picked up, didn't pick up, but I was looking for Avengers, and I saw a few things for Avengers. It's a whole bunch of patterns out there, so be creative. See what you want to do, yarn or pattern-wise, or project, or whatever it is you want to name something, excuse me, and, see how you can fit it. And if you start at January 1st, or afterward, it'll also fit in the other cal. If you do Harry Potter, it'll fit, and you start on January 1st or later, it'll fit in both our cals and Maureen's.
Yeah.
So it's just, choose your projects. You don't have to do 10 million projects. People are saying they're getting overwhelmed. Make them work. Yeah. Make them work.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. the Ready, Set, Go Cal began in January. It goes to the end of March, and that's the Start All the Things, which means that you cannot do pre-existing WIPs, okay? You have to start it January 1st or later and then work on it, okay? You can, of course, post your WIPs if you started on January 1st. We don't expect you to finish it on January 1st. So, yeah, you can post your WIP. So one WIP.
I mean, you could have if you really wanted to.
Oh, yeah, if it's a small project, you might. But my point is, you know, we are allowing WIPs, just not pre-existing WIPs.
Yeah.
So one WIP per project per week and one FO whenever it's done. In the month of January only, you may post anything you decide to frog. And that does, of course, include pre-existing WIPs, because you can't really frog something that's not made yet.
You just started on January 1st and then
frog it on
back.
So if you've got something sitting there that's been on the floor for like 30 million years,
well, what if it wasn't on the floor? What if it was on the shelf?
then it's not acceptable.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so anyway, any WIPs that you want to rip, just show us the before and after picture of each one, okay? All right, we do have a lovely co-host for this one, and that's Packy Knits, and that's Heidi from Packy Knits podcast. Packy Knits 1 is her Ravelry name. And she's a lot of fun to watch. As I mentioned last week, she has peacocks and chickens, and you don't see them on the podcast, but you hear about them. Sometimes she'll show. I think one time she showed the chicks. I'm not sure if I'm making that up, but
You shouldn't make stuff up.
I know. Okay, and this again is knit, loom knit, and crochet, okay? Franciscan Gypsy Designs FOs and Lady Vertical Creations FOs. Again, 2 chances at the prize, and if you get the 2 patterns together, the pattern and the yarn together, then it's three chances for an FO also. Now, going back to the, I got so excited about Joanna's patterns, I forgot to mention this, because she's a featured pattern in the Tea and Tails along, the PHN Tea and Tails. Joanna Johnson's finished object in my yarn will be eligible for 3 chances at a prize, and if it's just the project by itself without my yarn, then the finished object will be eligible for 2, just like Talia's would. Just make sure that when you do it for the extra chances, the prizes, you post it double or triple, whatever it is.
Yeah, because we aren't going to do it for you.
Can't do it for you. Don't have enough time, as much as I'd like to. Okay.
Yeah, way back in the day, Mom used to actually go through and double post for people, but the group has gotten too big for that.
Yay! Yay for growing. The hashtag is hashtag PHN Ready Set Go 2018 on Instagram, and just Ready Set Go. I'm sorry, PHN Ready Set Go 2018 on Ravelry.
And take a look. Actually, you know, after you tag it, go and hit that tag when you save your project, and then they'll show you your tag, and then also show your name. Hit X over on your name, you'll see all the projects under that tag.
That's cool.
And I did that for the Tea and Tails, and it was fun to see what was already started under the tag of Tea and Tails.
That's great. That's great. Now, before I go on, I don't have Cappy's stitch markers in front of me, and I think that we may be, people who win these stitch markers may be getting the last few sets, because my understanding is that her mom might not be making too many more of them. So, which is unfortunate, but we know that, you know, things happen.
Right.
And we're very appreciative of the stitch markers we have. And those of you who are winning them are very blessed to be getting them.
Yes.
So we're going to be having a set of stitch markers going out in this Cal, and we also got a prize donation from the lovely Yarnsit, who is Jeannie. She bought 2 skeins of my yarn. Well, first of all, she's going to be donating 2 patterns of Talia's, 1 to each of 2 lucky winners, and then she also did 2 skeins of my yarn. Now, both the yarn and the patterns, I believe, are going to be going for the Tea and Tails, because we're doing just small prizes for that, because it's a year long. So we're only going to do 2 prizes, a yarn and a pattern, for the first 2 quarters, and then we'll figure out what the next 2 quarters will be when we get to it. But these are what's coming up. That
we haven't talked to Andy, but at least on our own, getting it back tea.
Yeah, we wanted
sample.
to do something. We wanted to do something with Plum Deluxe. We just haven't had a chance to talk to them. That was
and if something can't be worked out with Andy directly, well, at least his tea's not expensive.
No, I mean we can swing it. So
yeah.
So anyway, This is what Yarns It Jeannie so graciously and generously donated. She donated my Lengthening Shadows in the Stardust Fingering Sock, and this is 463 yards of my sparkle base, the Stardust base. And this is really pretty. This is one of my favorites. And she donated also, this is a DK, and this is the Stormy Weather. This is 246 yards of superwash merino wool. So these two are going to be for the Tea and Tails. Okay. And I think they're kind of fitting. I think of Tea and Tails, I always kind of think of noir, so either fantasy or noir, so these are kind of fitting, especially like the shadows and the stormy weather. You know, it's a dark and stormy night kind of thing.
Yeah. Something like that was like Edgar Allan Poe could be.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Edgar Allan Poe would be great, like a raven or something.
Yeah.
Maureen, you can do a raven. You've done all kinds of amazing things with all these toys. I want to see you do a raven.
I know there's a sweater pattern out there called Nevermore.
Okay.
Because I thought of knitting at one point.
Do you have anything else to add?
I do not. I have 5 projects.
I have 6, I think. That's what I said, 6.
2 weeks in a row without us counting. I don't know if they can handle that.
I'm going to count here.
Oh, okay.
2. I don't want to have them withdrawal. 3, 4.
I came prepared.
5. I was prepared. I just forgot. 6. Yeah, I have 6. I was right. I just don't trust myself. Okay, so I guess I have to go first.
Yes.
But I don't have to do doubles because I only have one more.
Whoa.
Yeah. Mind blown. We've been watching too many turtles. All right.
I watched only like 1 episode.
Okay. All right. My first one is my Little Rainbow's Baby Hat. And it's my Loom Knit project. It's in my Kickaboo Holiday Owls bag. This is by the Lily Denise. And I made a little progress on this. I thought I might be done with this, but I'm not. I'm not.
But you're not.
It's close, but it's not quite
No
right.
cigar.
See? And there it is. This should be done hopefully next week. I'm a little uneven on my stitches on this for some reason. I don't know if my hands were bothering me or not, or just maybe I wasn't paying attention. That's always a possibility. So this DK weight yarn held double.
Okay, just bringing my strands. They're supposed to be.
I'm getting warm here. What's that tea?
Tea will do it.
It will.
Okay, so my first one that I had to show is also in a Kickaboo bag. This is the teacups bag, very appropriate for our cow. These are the recessed socks by the pattern is Miss L's basic 6-ply sock, and the pattern is by Miss L. I'm using Marigold Jen Superwash DK in the colorway Sidewalk Chalk, and this is for Mom.
Yay!
So this is new. I finished the first sock.
Yay! You have a PhD.
There we go.
A foot.
So that got finished recently. And I started the second sock.
It's a funny voice. Boot to the head. What are you looking for?
Well, my bag fell down and you're just like, oh, that fell. Too bad.
It's my sock. I don't care about your bag. It's the sock. You know, oh no, it's not attached. It's got a long.
Yeah, I don't generally weave in the tail to the end. And I'm never sure how much I need for the Kitchener.
Right. I'm sure Sue might have an idea of the general.
Oh, I'm sure if I actually paid attention, I would be able to, like, guesstimate how much I needed.
Because I thought that what she said about the bind off was really helpful.
So there you go. There's the beginning of my next sock.
Yay.
So which means it's now back to mindless knitting for a while for this.
Are you doing the cuff or the...
Yeah, the cuff, and then I'll go into the leg. It's a simple first project again. There we go.
Okay.
And that'd be that.
Okay, my next one is well, I haven't changed the name yet, but I think I'm going to call it the Ocean Spray Hat. Right now I've got it down as Ocean Blue Green Hat. And It's in my Turbonator 64 bag. Oops, there's a bunny.
He is.
Stay there so I can have my tea. Valeria, did you have your tea? You're supposed to drink.
Yep.
Or maybe she's having wine. I wonder what the weather's like over there.
Yeah, I wonder.
Can't remember what she posted, but
Wonder.
I got a little further than I thought on this.
Thanks.
I like the way this is turning out. I was unsure because they're kind of two marbled kind of colors, but I really like the way they are working together.
Mm-hmm.
The blue doesn't show up too much to overpower the green. These are the two balls. I'm not sure if you looking at it would think they go together, but they go really well.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a lot. And this is just,
it looks almost more like a gray in the hat.
Yeah, it does. It does, actually. Because you've got, I think the green has, well, I don't know, it just does. Trick of the light or whatever. So I'm enjoying this. And this is just, I do it as I do it. This one is actually for me to go with the cowl. Because I'm not going to give that cowl away. It's too damaged. It's okay for me to wear it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know of the imperfection on the inside. But I would never give it to anybody. So the hat's going to go to me to make the set. And then I'll go back to doing charity hats and things. If I can just get this thing. There we go. Anne needs to develop some loom knit bags.
Some loom knit bags?
Yeah.
Or bags for looms?
Yeah. So she knows.
Because what you said was that she
I don't care what I said. She knows what I meant. She's intelligent that way, even if you're not.
Wow. You're mean.
I am. I don't have enough tea.
That's not a good excuse.
It's the only excuse. Do your project.
Mean. Okay, so... Hey, stop that.
Why?
God, what is your problem?
I figured turnabout's fair play.
Go.
I will if I will. I will come back.
I haven't been able to get rid of you for 5 years.
You haven't tried. Well, actually, you kind of just try, not really.
What are you mumbling about?
Just do your project. Come on, do your project.
You're really weird today. Okay.
It's just weather. It's awful.
Okay. In my Plover Bird Kissing Bunnies bag is my Just a Little Chilly Mitered Square Afghan. And it uses Scrap, Sport, DK, and Worsted Weight yarns, inspired by K.F. Jones of Baker Bears fame.
So have you started the next level?
Well, yes. So hold on.
Okay.
I think I just started this square last podcast. So that one's finished. It's one of Mom's.
So this is the last one. This is the very last. You started on that end, and you went this way?
No. Well, I mean, I did start on this end, but it's the last one of this row.
That's what I meant. But you started on that end of the row and finished here.
Yeah.
You didn't do the whole row.
So,
What I'm trying to say badly.
I then started the next row. I just finished. I ran out of this yarn here. So,
Is that the James C. Brett?
no, I don't know what it is. I just know I ran out of it.
Because if it was, I have that.
No, I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay.
And I think this is Heidi's.
Right. And Heidi's having a massive sale today, Monday. I don't know how long it'll be going on, but it's a massive sale. If this, you might want to check it out, see if she still has anything.
I'm not. Is this Jaws? No, this might be.
It might be Atlantis. Jaws or Atlantis?
No, or Cookie Monster.
I don't think that's Cookie Monster.
I can't remember which one this is.
Because I've had something like that. I don't think that's Cookie Monster.
Well, you might have given this to me.
I didn't have Cookie Monster.
Oh, okay. I don't know where I got this from. And
I mean, it could be, but
I lost the ball band.
Heidi, what color is this?
Could be Jaws.
It looks like it's Jaws or Atlantis, but it might be Cookie Monster.
It might be Jaws. So I have quite a bit of this left, so I'll be able to finish my square. And Mom and I are using a bag of mine to put scraps I've already used in both blankets in, so then she can use those scraps for her blanket.
Right.
which also makes it so I don't reuse too many of my scraps until I'm ready to.
And I generally just I hand her mine. So that's why I'll probably keep doing that, and then she can just put it back in there if she finishes it or whatever.
Yeah.
Unless it's a huge amount, then you put it back up in my shelf.
Yeah. I mean, this one's a pretty large amount, but when you're done with it, I can take it back.
Right.
Or put it in my shelf.
Right, and that's exactly it. So I would never keep something that was in there.
Yeah, it's more for her to make squares out of. Now, some of them she might be able to finish off. Like, I think one of them, there was definitely not enough for her to... She might have to put 2 yarns in a square for one of them.
Okay, let me see here. Happiness is a rainbow project. That is in my Ploverbird sheet bag. And I thank Vonnie for asking me about my pattern. I appreciate that. This is my own pattern, and I'm using US 7's Chalgoose, of course. And I only did, I think, maybe 1 or 2 rows on this. It's a short week, and I really didn't have much time to work on a lot of different things. So I did about, this is the one that always makes so much noise. There we go. So it doesn't look much different, but I did do some work on it, about a row or 2. The color's working out real well. You can actually see there's 3 colors in that.
It's going to be so fun the farther you progress.
Yeah, I still have a little ways to go before I hit the orange, maybe 2 or 3 rows. I'm not really good yet at guesstimating.
Well, especially, I think you have more than that.
You think so?
Yeah.
I have no idea, because you can see here.
Yeah, but there's quite a bit of yarn still left.
But I do increase every row.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Every row or every other row?
Every row.
Okay.
That's why it's such a thin. Okay, so that goes in here. And I apologize for being tongue-tied. I honestly don't know what the problem is. Okay, Talia, go ahead.
Not enough tea.
Not enough tea.
Okay, so, there, my last stitch. In my, Ploverbird owl bag.
Cute owl's bag.
Yes. I always show this owl because I think he's really cute.
Adorable.
This is Diana's Blue Christmas. So this is for the Tea and Tails, and also for the Ready, Set, Go. This is Diana's hat. That's the pattern. The project is Diana's Blue Christmas. The pattern is by Joanna Johnson. And I'm using Lady Fernico Creations Colorways Blue Christmas, and it is the it's your sparkle base.
Stardust.
And her shop on her Ravelry page, yarns, whatever, it's updated so you can now tag the sparkle bases if you bought her sparkle base. Because I'm able to hack into her Ravelry.
Well, she set it up for me. I've been trying to figure it out.
Although apparently you can't add if you're not the person.
You can what?
You can add a yarn if you're not the person too.
Well, yeah, you did it.
Yeah, well, I did it logged in as you.
Oh.
Because I have your password.
I let her do that in case something happens to me, she can deal with it.
But also because you don't know how to set up your yarn thing. I need to actually show you how to do it, but
I tried to do it a couple of times and just didn't work.
Need to create like a tutorial or something for you. Hang on, my yarn's all tangled.
Now, which one is that's Blue Christmas, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is an Anne and Green Gables. It's for Davina. She's very happy with it. She didn't realize initially it was for her, even though I told her.
She was too focused on the other one.
Yes, she was. I think that's probably exactly what it was. She registered that I bought it, but she was just happy that she was getting the Quicksilver one.
It looks awfully big. Is it?
No, it's...
I guess because it goes around the...
Yeah, it goes around.
Yeah. It goes at an angle.
Yeah, you don't wear this straight on. So...
It's pretty.
And it works up really quickly. Considering the fact that it's a fingering weight.
What size are the needles?
4s, I think. But it
White
doesn't.
bugs.
No, they're 4s.
Are they?
Yeah. And the thing is, fiddlesticks. It works up really quickly, but it's not like too light either, in spite of the fact that it's fingering weight and 4s.
Yeah.
You'd think it'd be like feather light, but it's not, which is nice. And I've always liked this hat. I was making a lot of these when I was making a lot of the Zuzu's petals.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, let's see here.
now if you can find a book on It's a Wonderful Life, you could probably use Zuzu's petals.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure if it has a book.
I'm not sure. It might have a novelization, but I don't know.
Yeah. But it also has to
I
like...
think it was a short story in a magazine.
Was it?
I think. Back in the
But it also would have to have... The Zuzu's petals would actually have to be a reference from the...
Right.
If it was only something that was done in the movie, then it wouldn't work.
Yeah, I don't think it would be because that's what they called her, Zuzu.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think. All right, my next one is in my Silver Shed USA PHN 5-year anniversary bag, the 2XL. And this is my There and Back Again Afghan project from the Recipe by K.F. Jones's Miter Square blanket. And I did a little bit. I had to stop, but I'm not in any hurry for this. Okay.
Alrighty.
I was saying that this is just going to be as I feel like doing it anyway, so it may take me longer to do a square than it does Talia, but it'll get done when it gets done.
Mm-hmm.
So there may be times when I have a lot, and there may be times when I only have a couple rows.
Let me take a quick look, because you're only supposed to have one more stitch on each side. Oh yeah, you actually are uneven.
Okay, well, I can
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I don't know what you did.
Well, that's okay. I can redo it. It's not a problem. I think what happened is I got sidetracked somehow, because I think the middle is here, right here. And somehow, I think maybe when I took the bird off, I didn't put it on right away.
Right.
And then after that, I just got... So this will probably look less when you see it next time, because I'll probably start it over. And that's okay. It's not a problem. This is not hard. Because I thought it looked kind of strange.
Yeah, I had to actually take a look at it, and yeah, you definitely did something weird to it.
That's not a problem. That's easy fix. I can just take it out and start over again. So that's that.
Alright, let me... Hopefully the camera will behave. I'm not quite sure what its problem was. It hasn't done that in a long time. So next is Quicksilver Hat, which is a Tressia pattern by Michelle Wang. It's another Ready, Set, Go and Tea and Tails, because Quicksilver is a character of... Well, he's not an X-Men, he's an Avenger.
He's also in the X-Men.
Yeah, he was a Brotherhood of Mutants member, then later became an Avenger. But he was never a member of the X-Men.
Well, no, but the X-Men comics and books and stuff like that. I did want to say that because I did get interrupted twice when I was doing my project, that project also goes in the Ready, Set, Go and the Tea and Tails.
Okay, so I made some progress on this. I'm about to be able to switch needle sizes, which will get me into the pattern area. So
That's pretty.
I mean, right now it looks like it's a bunch of ribbing.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah. So
Little thin headband.
this will be for Davina as well. This is the one she's excited about because she's really into Quicksilver right now. Although the colors are not really her normal. She is excited that it'll go with everything, though.
Yes, she is.
Because she sometimes struggles with matching patterns properly with clothes.
Okay. My next one is, let's see, in my Ploverbird Mickey Mouse bag, the Fellowship of the Ring Cowl from The Journey Begins. And I didn't have this one started last time. I've been wanting to do this one for a while, ever since we thought about doing the Tea and Tails. And I only have about 2 rows. And I'm doing, this has an in the round version and a flat. I'm doing a flat version. So, 'cause I just didn't feel like having to make sure it was straight.
Right.
So, I mean, you still have to make sure it's straight, but it's not as difficult when you have it like this. So,
What colorway is that?
this is the Trust Me colorway.
Yeah.
I have
Pretty.
a shawl in this color as well.
It works very well.
I think it'll work well. So, this is the reference is for the journey, their fellowship and their quest. So, and I'm using Chow Goose as always, my red lace circulars. I need to get for my my square either a smaller circular or some DPNs or something to work the.
I've never done it with DPNs.
So I probably will get the smaller circular, like a 16-inch or something, to work squares.
My turn.
Yep.
So my last project is in my Fun in the Woman Cave
You only have
bag.
one left?
How many you left?
2?
How'd you get so far ahead?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have 2.
Okay, well you just do 2 after this.
Okay. You sure you don't have another one?
I am positive. I only had 5.
1, 2, 3. That's 4 and 5. Okay.
So this is Thorin's Reading Hood. I didn't have this started last week. The pattern is Thorin's Hooded Cow by Summer Star. It's a free pattern. And I'm using Miss Babs Yowza in the Maryland Sheep and Wool 2017 colorway, Inner Harbor View 2. It was one that I really wasn't sure what I was going to do with. And what I like about this pattern is that it can be kind of worn poncho-y, but also with a hood. Anyone who's...
You walk in here, you think she's got this hoodie on. It looks like...
Usually this is my normal look. I have a hood on.
And only it's pulled tight, you know.
Yeah. So I've decided I really needed something. Whoopsie. with a hood. I'm not going to make the little braid in the back tassel thing. It's a waste of yarn and would annoy the heck out of me.
It's very, very fantasy oriented, but if you want to be able to wear it, you know.
Yeah. And she's using Fibonacci numbers in her pattern, which I guess is a math formula. She talks about it more in the pattern. So, let me uncurl it a little bit. I started it last night.
It's very pretty. You made a lot of progress.
Yeah, it's soft.
This is Miss Babs DK, right? I mean, worsted.
Worsted,
Yeah.
it's
Yowza. I had the same colorway. It's a little more blues than the orange, but now I have an idea of something how it might work up, so I can figure out what to do with it.
And I'm using US 10s.
Very nice.
But it doesn't make it too thin. It just makes it soft.
Yeah, it's very airy.
Yeah. But I think it'll still be warm. Because if I thought I didn't want to go with Sport or DK because I was afraid it'd be too airy.
Right. Okay. My next one is, I can't show it to you because it's going to somebody who might watch. And I think it is anyway. So it's in my Tortoise versus Hare. Oh, I do only have one left. Okay. I forgot about that. My Tortoise versus Hare 2016 bag. And I can't show it to you. If I decide that I'm not giving it to the person or I finish it, then I'll show it, you know. But right now I can't show it to you. Alright. Do you have any FOs?
I don't.
Okay, I do. In my Knitting's My Bag teacup bag is Skylar.
Oh, yay! Oh, Mom, didn't he turn out cute?
Yes, he did. I like it. I didn't put the eyelashes. I didn't want the eyelashes. I figured Skylar's a boy. He belongs to Talia.
Oh, thank you. Let me fix it.
He was supposed to be given to you when you were having all your problems, but I couldn't finish it fast enough because my hand was bothering me. So,
Isn't he cute? Oh, he's just so happy and cute. Thank you.
You're welcome. He's picking up Red Fuzz. I had fun making him.
His name is Skylar, and he likes big hugs.
He does like big hugs.
Oh, thank you.
And this is in the, I had deep stash for this, and now I have it for my blanket.
He looks so sleepy.
He's Sleepy Bear.
Sleepy bear.
He's a Sleepy Bear.
Do you have any royalties?
I have this for my shop, for my,
Yeah, you have that for your blanket.
yeah. I don't have any royalties that I can show right now.
I need to put some of that in my blanket too.
Yeah, if you have enough, if I have enough, I can give it to you.
Oh, you will definitely have enough.
Because this, I should have. I might have another skein even.
Yeah, no, you have more than enough there.
I keep getting this mixed up with the one I'm using for the owl.
Yeah, no, you have way more than enough.
Yeah.
So I did have some stash.
And he doesn't stay here.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
I picked up some Miss Babs with the Miss Babs gift card. And they didn't have Yao's in the colors I wanted, so I went ahead and picked up Killington Sport, which is 85% Polworth wool and 15% Tussa silk.
I like to feel the Polworth because somebody else was using Polworth. Well, this has got silk in it. I don't necessarily find silk that soft. I do like, I love merino and some of the others, but I don't find silk that soft.
I think it depends on what the mixture is. This is Lost Treasure.
It's very pretty.
It's got greens and blues and
Love
browns.
the colors. And it's not that this is rough. It isn't. It really isn't. I can wear this, against my head, my neck, and everything, no problem.
Then this one is, again, same weight. This is Coffee Break.
I like that.
And I first saw this colorway on Karen from Round the Twist when she had picked up some.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
Yeah.
And the thing is that it's almost blues more than blacks. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bluey color.
It's like
and then
it broke gray blue or something.
Yeah. So. And then this one was a little bit off color for me, but
wow, that's bright.
South Beach.
Reminds me of Miami Vice or something.
So it's got purples and greens and blues.
That's pretty.
My thought process, I can get several hats, a shawl, something out of these. I mean, especially with the yardage of, I think it's like 700.
Yeah.
Yeah, 700 yards. With 700 yards, I can get a lot out of it. So,
very good. Okay. And this is going to be rather short. We're not sure what the time is because it kept cutting out on us.
Yeah.
Let me think. Do I have anything? I don't think I have anything else to show. Do you?
No.
I am doing my percolating prompt duties this week, so that's fun. But I'm not really writing. I need to get back into that.
Well, if you watch those videos, I found on YouTube, by accident, I was going down the YouTube rabbit hole, and I found something where a guy critiques movies based on these screenwriting books. He reads a bunch. I'm not sure if he also has a degree in it or whatever, or if he studied it or whatever. But he looks at each of these movies from a screenwriter's point of view and what they do well and what they do poorly when it comes to crafting plot, character, scene, whatever. So it makes you look at movies differently, but also, for me, got me in the mood for writing.
Right.
So I got a little bit done on the shared story after watching a couple of those videos. And there are spoilers. Don't, if you're worried about seeing a movie and possibly have it ruined for you, don't watch his videos.
And it looks really interesting. I haven't had a chance to do that yet, but I'm trying to declutter everything and not go haphazard. I'm trying to have some kind of a schedule. I used to be really good and really organized, and once I stopped homeschooling, I kind of let that go, and I need to pick it up again. It's a lot harder to start up after you've let it go. So I'm trying not to get too involved with other things. I did pick up Ravel Lennox. I blame Mom Cook. I think that's her, Renee. She's a sweetheart. And that's another thing. If you're doing loom knitting for our alongs, Mom Cook, I think it's Mom Cook, you have to check, Renee, has patterns out. She has several out. She has several ebooks out, but one of them is, I think it's tea and shawls or something like that. And they're all related to tea time. You know, she's got chai tea latte and spiced tea and all this kind of stuff in there. So I've got one in my cart that I'm getting ready to pick up. It's I think it's like 7 patterns or 6 patterns or something like that, and they're all loom knit. So if you're loom knitting and you want to do that for the alongs, check out her patterns. She also has one that's simple shawls, but I want the tea one. So
I wasn't very smart. Should have used the period that I was in your account to spy what was in your cart.
I don't think I had it in there yet.
Yes, you did. You had 2 things in your cart.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't look at them.
Yeah, one of them was not as urgent as the other. The other one, the tea time one, I'm going to pick that up. So that looks like a lot of fun. And she's the sweetest person you ever want to meet. So hello, Renee. And if I've got you wrong, just
If you're not actually sweet?
if you're not actually the one who did the pattern book, just bop me one and say so. But anyway, I blame her for getting me into the Ravelin. It's all her fault. So she can take the hit. She's a sweetheart. Okay. And thank you for watching. I didn't realize she watched. So that's awesome. Okay. Next podcast. The 15th, I'm not going to be able to podcast.
Yeah, I can't remember what day I wrote down on my thing that we are actually podcasting.
I think we're going to podcast on Sunday.
I can't remember.
I think we're podcasting on
I wrote
Sunday.
we wrote it down on my
Because you're not working Sunday.
No.
So I think we're podcasting on Sunday. We're trying to get in some semblance of a schedule now that the holidays and everything is over, but she's still got appointments and classes, and I'm going to have some appointments coming up. So nothing to worry about, eye appointments and things like that. So, we're just hoping to keep it on as close to a week at a time as possible, and not like 8 days or 10 days and then 4 days.
Right.
But we'll do the best we can. So just keep an eye open. We will probably, if it gets to be too late or too early, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Let me think. Well, I was going to say something else and I can't remember what it was. I mean, do you have any author obsessions?
No, I thought you were going to say author intrusion.
Author intrusion, yes. Okay, we do want to thank the people who commented on YouTube. Vanessa, Stephanie, Andy. I want to say there's somebody else, but I think it's just Stephanie, because Stephanie was commenting as she watched. So she had, because you can't go back and edit very well, she has a whole bunch of little, and it made me giggle. It made me really happy. So it was nice to see her so involved and interactive with our videos. That's fun. So I want to thank all of you. I want to thank everybody who also commented on Ravelry. I think I got caught up with everybody. Did you get caught up?
Oh, heavens, no.
Yeah.
I've been commenting on different threads is what's happened.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot, and that's kind of put me behind, but that's okay because, I want to be active on the group too. I mean, I'd be super active, like, I can't do that, but I do want to be more active than I have been. So I try to be active on the current thread and the alongs. I might not get into the what's brewing or things like that, because I do try to do the prayer request. I know that I don't say a lot on the prayer request except to post a prayer request, but I do pray for everybody on that list every day. So it's just, even if I don't see it, I pray for the list. And so regardless of whether or not I'm able to get on there and let you know that I'm praying for you, I am praying for you.
Yeah.
Okay, because I do have to kind of pick and choose what I spend my time on, and generally it's the the alongs and the episode thread. And then if I can, I'll do other ones, but I have to do that. Okay, so we hope to see you in a week's time.
Yeah.
Probably Sunday, I think. In the meantime, we wish you a blessed week full of every good thing that you can craft and do whatever you like to do. Be safe, stay warm if you are in the northern half of the world, and if you are below the equator and it's summertime, keep cool. We hope to see you again here in the Woman Cave in a week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 290, and that's a wrap.
Bye.